The Mow Brogan Experience.
So then he started playing this one song where he was like, and then the drums came in and he was like, boom, 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 boom. Jaden, are we live right now? I see the flashing red light on the camera that's only on when we're live. We're live. Hello, Mr. Jordan Weederson. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Mo. As always, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. Last time I was on the podcast, we had the most wonderful discussion about the power fluting scandal in Nova Scotia. And as I understand, it's not outright banned at this time.
That's right. There's not a single power fluting federation in existence any longer. It's a shame, really.
Terrible.
So I wanted to talk with you about today's handheld landscaping equipment industry. And I know you're an expert in your field, so I figured you'd be the best person to bring in to talk about this topic.
Well, absolutely, Mo. Ever since my career started, I've kind of been an authority on the landscaping.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, are we gonna do the sponsor break? Yeah, we could do that right now.
Right now?
We're gonna do that right now. We're gonna do the sponsor break right now. We'll be right back after the sponsor break.
Ah, the Farmers Exchange, your one-stop shop for farm, feed, and more. Yes, we have it all. Animal feed, herbicides, pesticides, and gardening tools galore. And just next door houses our sales floor, home to only the best of the best in landscaping equipment. From battery-powered trimmers to commercial-grade generators. And best of all, mowers that even Grandma could easily operate. But that's not all, folks. Just down the road, you'll find our very own Slate and Alum. It's here you'll find our wide selection in books, new and used, as well as plants, both indoor and outdoor. Farmers Exchange, now with 2 convenient locations in Kennewick and Richland. Thank you.
Oh, why do we gotta do the ad break right now?
I told you, I sent you a text message that we were going to do it after.
No, you didn't send me any text message.
Oh, no, you know what? I actually didn't send you a text message. I think I forgot.
Why do you gotta do them now anyway?
Well,
you can record
it
them.
makes more sense to do it in the middle of the show.
Well, it makes no sense. We're live. It makes no sense, and we're live. And it makes no sense. Well, as I was saying before the sponsor break, Mo, I'm about 61 years old now, going on 23, and... And about 25 years of those experience was spent in the field, you know, doing the work, doing the landscaping. I started right after I graduated from Echo Academy and Toro University online. And ever since then, I came onto the scene and I've been learning all that I could about these units.
So then you must have a fairly good idea of what the old landscaping equipment must have been like in the days of past.
Absolutely, Mo.
Jaden, could you pull up that picture of that crusty blower we were looking at earlier? That one right there. You see that thing? Look at that monstrosity. I mean, this is something my grandpa's grandpa would have used.
Oh, absolutely, Mo. It's just, the units back then just don't compare to today's equipment. If you can imagine trying to rake 4 acres of leaves on your property without any power tool help whatsoever, it's just, truly speaking, not even reality.
You really think so? I have a buddy of mine who just adores his old handhelds. I mean, don't get me wrong, the new stuff is nice and sleek, but some of this old stuff just seems to double the lifespan of the new stuff.
Well, you know, Mo, you bring up a rather tough point, and that's why, you know, there's so much respect on this show for you as an interviewer, those hard-hitting questions. But what people just don't understand is that they just don't understand how much more efficient this new equipment is. It's just, it's a very different world we live in now, Mo. It's not comparable to the old equipment in the same way.
Wow, this seems like a really emotional topic for you.
This is my life's work, Mo. It's all 61 years of my life.
Would you like a tissue?
No, thank you, Mo. It's a very tough subject for me, Mo, if you'll excuse me, but we just live in a very different time now, and people don't really take into account how much more efficient these new machines are when compared to the old ones. If you look at Toro or Echo, Husqvarna, and Redmax are all making astronomically fast strides towards more efficient equipment in terms of their emissions technologies and their module add-ons to their systems, and that's not even when accounting for the electric equipment market as its own separate item.
I love battery-powered handhelds. Let me tell you a story real quick, Jordan. Come here. You break out your gas-powered weed eater out of the shed for who knows how long, okay? The gas is still in there. It's been in there for who knows how many years, so now the carburetor's broken. You have to replace it for the exact same cost as a brand new unit.
Oh, that's absolutely right.
You finally get the carburetor replaced. You fixed it. It's up and running. But now you have another problem. You have this big, ugly piece of equipment that's just there, and when you use it, it just goes wah, wah, wah,
And the weight of these new pieces of equipment.
versus something cool and crisp, something more efficient, like the DSRM 2100.
Absolutely astounding.
The DSRM 2100 just has that perfect blend of battery-powered equipment efficiency, plus, how could you get over that beautiful hum? And I'll tell you something else, Jordan. These things are so quiet, that beautiful hum will take you right to sleep.
Oh, absolutely.
A buddy of mine the other day was actually just telling me, he says, "Oh, my son came up to me and he says to me, 'Dad, your neighbor is sleep weed whacking with the DSRM 2100 again.'" Let me tell you something. I sleep weed whacked that entire neighborhood. The entire neighborhood on 2 battery charges.
That's absolutely unbelievable, Mo. Unbelievable.
Well, folks, you know what time it is. It is EER time. That's Equipment Excellence Review. On the chopping block for today, the DSRM 2100. As you may already know, we rate equipment based on 3 factors: looks, feel, and functionality. What do you think, Jordan?
Well, no, the DSRM 2100 is certainly an appealing unit visually. It has the classic Echo paint scheme, and the smoother edges on the electric units makes it much more preferable visually over the gas ones. So I'd have to give that 3 quarts of 10W30 oil. And as far as feel of the unit, it's very lightweight, due again to its nature of being electric, but it's also a very quiet unit, and the handle is just such a good feeling on your hands. You really want to hold on to it after a long day of work. So for that, I'll give it 3 quarts of 10W30 and probably a gallon of fully synthetic fuel. As far as functionality of the unit, Mo, it's just there's not a lot that can compete in the electric market with a DSRM 2100, and so for the functionality of the unit, I'll have to go straight to a 60-volt flex force battery on the DSRM 2100 for a very high total score.
Well, thank you for your input, Mr. Jordan Weederson, and thank you for joining us on the show today. It's greatly appreciated.
It's a pleasure to be here, Mo, as always.
If the equipment we talked about in today's episode interested you, please give us a visit at our website at https://mowerhome.com. Again, that's https://mowerhome.com. You may also give us a visit at our in-person locations in Kennewick and Richland. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of the Mow Brogan Experience, and have a great day.
Well, you don't have to read out the entire hyperlink for the show every time. You can put in a...
So you're going to tell me how to run my show now?
I mean, I apparently know how to run a show better than you do.
You're going to tell me how to run my show? You want to just make your own show instead? Why don't you just make your own show instead if you're so good at it?
Mo. I came on your show. You asked me to be on your show.
Forget about that. I don't really care. The HR team invited you. I didn't even invite you. I don't want you here. Just go. Just leave.
I want to be here.
You know what? Let the door smack you on the way out.
I just might.